Now everyone will smell something. And all I want you to do is raise your hand and keep your hand raised when it is you smell something in the classroom, right? And to be honest, I probably shouldn't be doing this because even one drop of this, like on the counter and on the carpet or floor, I was told would make this room pretty much uninhabitable for like 24 hours. Like if you actually spill it. So,
don't spill it.
Yeah, don't spill it, right? Like, okay. So let's try. Now remember, your job is to simply raise your hand when you smell something. Now remember, it's probably not going to be as pungent as I may have led you to believe, but everyone here should smell something. So again, raise your hand when you smell it. Take some breaths. I know I can smell it. And given the size of this room and the air circulation, it may take a little bit. Okay. Was that at me? No, I meant like away from you. Sweet, sour, bitter, anything mild. Some of you? All right. So raise your hand very high if you distinctly smelled it. And we had about a quarter of the class. All right? In all honesty, it's water. That's pretty good water. Although ethyl mercaptan does have the qualities I told you about, it does have those qualities. The purpose of this little demonstration was to show you how groups influence our behavior. Social influence on behavior, right? In all reality, I can lead you, social psychologists can lead you to believe a lot of things that don't exist. And also, we can talk about how this relates to advertising and so on and so forth, by how we phrase certain things and lead you to believe that something exists when it doesn't. One way in which we can attempt to explain this negative influence of groups on individuals is called in-group favoritism. So in essence, you might say something like, if you're not with us, you're against us. This is the idea of in-group favoritism. And this is one way in which we can explain how groups have negative influences on our perceptions, on our behaviors. Social psychology in the lab has done this with what is a very fun paradigm that they call overestimators versus underestimators. In fact, we bring in participants and we ask them to estimate the number of dots, in essence, that are present on a screen. And they are given arbitrary feedback that is completely false, completely inaccurate feedback about their ability to estimate the number of dots present, right? So overestimators are said to overestimate the number of dots. Underestimators underestimate the number of dots. In fact, we don't care about how they estimated the number of dots present. We are arbitrarily assigning them to a group through random assignment, right? So flip of a coin, you get one, flip of a coin, the next participant gets the other condition. And when we do this to participants in the lab, fake conditions, arbitrary groups, when asked to allocate rewards, who do groups allocate rewards to? Those who are similar or different to themselves. They're in-group or out-group? Yes, like monetary rewards. What do they do with punishments? If let's say we take away part of your research credit, who would you punish more? Your in-group or your out-group? Yes, but why? Does anyone care if they're an overestimator or an underestimator? Do you guys care? No. Like, who really cares how you estimate dots? But in fact, if you less superior, right? You're recognizing faults in yourself. None of us like to do that. And so we always look for the positives in our own group and the negatives in the out-group. This out-group or in-group favoritism, out-group derogation effects in social